Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Zainab. I'm actually recording this video as it's supposed to be uploaded, so I need to like hurry up so I can upload this and keep my promise to try and upload a video every single Friday. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about a certain question that I have just been getting probably since like out the womb. How am I Black and Muslim? I previously recorded two videos just like this. The first time I felt like I was being a little bit too rude because I'm not gonna lie, I was going in roasting people for like just not understanding, but then I had to take a step back and realize like, hey, you know, if it was me, if I was in a state of ignorance, and I don't mean like, I don't use the word ignorance in like a rude way, it's just like a fact that, you know, some people are just ignorant to the fact that there are, you know, in certain things, not even just this particular topic. And then I recorded this again and I felt like I was just being really like boring. I didn't like it. So I'm here, I'm recording again, and hopefully it goes well. How am I Black and Muslim? That is a good question, and I'm going to kind of just talk about it and answer it, I guess. Before I get started, definitely if you have not subscribed my channel, girl, subscribe my channel, like this video, click the bell button so you can get notifications every time I upload. I upload every Friday, but you know, just in case you forget or whatever, let's get started. Just kind of want to like rant a little bit, just a little bit. I think that with Muslims, especially Black Muslims, obviously, it can be a question that's a little bit frustrating. Now, I can't speak for all Black Muslims, I can only speak for myself, but I do feel like this possibly, potentially, most likely is a question that most, you know, Black Muslims get, especially if you are hijabi, you are visibly, you know, looking like a Muslim. As frustrating as it is telling people like, you know, answering this question, because it can be a very long answer that a person might get and they still probably won't understand. I think that it's best to just address it in the most polite way as possible, because I think that we as Muslims already get so much backlash, and I think that we need to show people that, hey, you know, I'm willing to answer your questions. I am willing to, you know, inform you in whatever way possible so we can remove whatever stereotype, negative stereotype that a person has about Muslims. And I think, of course, obviously, you know, the media, whether it be the news or social media or whatever, plays a big role in how Muslims are portrayed. Obviously, you know, there are people who think that all Muslims are terrorists and all that, but not even just that. I think people think that, you know, they have this image of what a Muslim is and what they look like and what they speak, and typically it's, you know, they assume that all Muslims are Arab, which isn't, you know, true. Not all Muslims are Arabs, but that is what it seems like in the media. And some people, they kind of watch the news and all that, and they take everything at face value and they take it as fact, and they don't really go out and, you know, maybe do the research or, you know, ask a Muslim or watch a documentary or something, and they don't really know anything other than what they are, you know, being fed to by, you know, the media. And usually it's in a very, very, very negative way. I also want to address that I think being a Black person, people assume that Black people come in just like one particular mold. Black people don't come in this just one mold. Muslims don't come in this one mold. You know, even when I was like in high school, I kind of had like this identity crisis in terms of my Blackness, because I am Nigerian. Yes, I was born in the United States, but I am Nigerian. I was raised Nigerian by Nigerian parents, really know like Nigerian culture, and it's kind of, and I was raised with Nigerian morals and Nigerian everything, you know what I'm saying? And I went to school with, especially in high school, with like a lot of African Americans, and the culture in itself is different. You know, African culture and African American culture, honestly, in my experience, I've learned it's very different, and I think it's different in a very beautiful way. I don't think that's a negative thing that African culture and African American culture is different. Still almost had like this identity crisis, as if like, oh, I'm not Black enough, but I really am Black enough because I'm African, and you know, it was just really, really annoying. So I didn't fit, like I said, I didn't really fit in that stereotype of a Black person. So yeah, but back to the topic of me being Black and Muslim. And in Nigeria, there's a very large population of Muslims, and even the entire continent of Africa, there is also a large population of Muslims. And not even just that, the entire African diaspora, whether it be Black Caribbeans or African Americans or, you know, Africans like myself. There are so many types of black Muslims, and there are also Asian Muslims, there are white Muslims. I met a Puerto Rican Muslim, like I was talking to him for like a day or so. Hey, just wanted to slide in. I know this is a really flattering angle, but I just wanted to also add, is this focused? Thank you. Okay, I just wanted to add that you know, I think where also where a lot of the miscommunication happens is that people also think that Muslims are a race of people, and that is very, 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 very far from the truth. Islam is a religion for all people, and just like, for example, in Christianity, there are lots of cultures and groups of people who claim to be Christians. It's the same concept as in Islam and in Muslim people. We claim to be Muslims despite our differences in culture and language and skin tone and whatnot. So just wanted to add that in really quickly. Also inspired me to do this video. I kind of sort of gotten a question like this the other day when I was at an Indian restaurant and, you know, getting my food to go, whatnot. And this guy comes up to me and he, you know, was asking me a lot of questions or whatnot. And, you know, he goes and says, he was like, oh, you know, where are you from? I see you're wearing he used the word burqa, but I'm sure he meant hijab. He said, I saw you with a hijab and I want to know where you're from. And I was like, oh, you know, born here, but my parents are from Nigeria. I am Nigerian. Then he goes and says, this is going to sound a little bit ignorant, but I didn't know that there were Nigerian Muslims. And I kind of was just like, oh god, here we go again. In my head, I didn't say that because I didn't want to be rude, you know, but it was just kind of like frustrating because, like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, damn, like, yeah. Came home and I told my mom and stuff, and then she kind of was like, you know, that could have been a perfect opportunity for you to like explain yourself, saying like, you know, you could have like actually educated him or whatnot. And I kind of felt bad. So I just decided to do this video to inform as many people as I can. I just wanted to make this video as a means of, you know, education and being informative or whatnot. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it, like, you know, informative or whatever. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my face. Like this video if you want to see more of my face. And yeah, I will catch you guys in my next video, next Friday.